Yes. It's the Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And today we're, we're taking a retrospective look at the strawweight UFC title fight that happened over this weekend. Joannajedrzejczyk versus zhangweili. It was UFC 248, and what a title fight it was. It's been talked of as one of the most exciting title fights ever, if not the most exciting female UFC title fight ever. And as you see, it was quite dramatic. We see Joannajedrzejczyk in her former state, and this is what she looked like after the fight. I think she's a two-time champion, multiple-time champion in the UFC. Highly accomplished, fought many a fine fighter, including Thug Rose. And this was her state. As you see, the forehead markedly different prior to the fight versus China's zhangweili. Okay, so what can we say about this one? It was a strawweight title fight that has already been dubbed or spoken of as one of the greatest women's fights in UFC history, and certainly the most dramatic and probably the best or most dramatic UFC title fight from either a man or a woman. Probably the best women's title fight ever. Okay, it was a back and forth brawl fight, call it what you will. And there is Jędrzejczyk at the end speaking to Joe Rogan. She actually tried to cover the forehead with a Polish flag there, but Joe Rogan trolled her and said, no, it looks fine. OMG, what a fight it was. It was incredible. Where are we? Okay, so the two ladies fought over 5-minute rounds, back and forth. As I recall, it was one lady would win one round and the next win the other. Let me see if I can remember. The sequence of events, who won which rounds. I think the first round went to, was it Weili? Was it China's Weili? And the second and third round, I think Jędrzejczyk came back fourth. Weili made a resurgence. And that's when she got that, the hematoma on the forehead. Not very visible there. When the third and fourth the second and third Jędrzejczyk started to get the upper hand, and it looked like she would run away and take the title away from China's Weili. But waylaid Jędrzejczyk in the fourth. Forehead still manageable there. I think it was at the end of the third. Was it the end of the third when the swelling appeared on? Yeah, I think it was the end of the third when the swelling appeared on the forehead of Jędrzejczyk. And Weili, that spurred her on, because in the second and third, Weili started to get waylaid. But when she saw that swelling start to appear, there we are. I think that's probably the end of the third, beginning of the fourth round. When Weili saw that it looked like a pocket of air, the air pocket developed on the forehead of Jędrzejczyk. That gave Weili more inspiration, and she targeted it, and she started to pound on that the air pocket whenever she could. And this was the end result. Also, I think, was it in the fourth round or the fifth round, where Weili twisted up the nose of Jędrzejczyk from Poland, China v Poland. And that gave her Weili further inspiration still. We won't talk about that. That's one for another video. That was Adesanya. That was Nigeria's Nigeria, origin, and landed in New Zealand. That's Israel Adesanya, the middleweight champion. I think he took that championship from Robert Whittaker, a fight or two ago. I think Robert Whittaker is a Kiwi as well. Is he a Kiwi live in Australia? Yeah, I think Robert Whittaker, the guy from whom Adesanya took the belt, is a Kiwi Australian. Kiwi now living in Australia. And this is, of course, I think the 42-year-old phenomenon, Yoel Romero of Cuba, currently living in, Coconut Creek, Florida. But anyway, that's a story for a different story. What we're looking at is the incredible fight between Jędrzejczyk versus Weili, China's Weili, Poland v China. And by the start of the championship rounds, that's the fourth round, going fourth and fifth of the championship rounds, the 32-year-old Jędrzejczyk from Poland was barely recognizable. Though she had done plenty of damage to Weili too, and both fighters after the fight were taken to hospital. Bruising affair. So neither of them made the post-fight press conference. Jędrzejczyk was briefly interviewed in the octagon after her defeat and tried to cover her head with the Polish flag to disguise her injuries. She asked Joe Rogan, "You see my swellness? I felt this. She did great. There was something missing, but I felt all the punches, I felt all the punches. Yes, the punch. She punched me in my head. From the third round, the swellness was bothering me, and I felt it. It was just getting more and more swollen, and my head was like going on and off. But all good. Congrats to Zhang. And I'm very happy we gave you a good fight." Yes, indeed, they did. Because the main event, this was the co-main event, but the main event proved to be a dud. Like I mentioned before, Adesanya and Romero, they didn't deliver at all. They were more concerned with trying to time each other, trying to go for the perfect strike. But in the meantime, it's they weren't letting off. They didn't set it off. The crowd booed. I was patient. I thought this could go down at any minute now. One man could drop at any minute now, so I was patient, but it didn't happen. The UFC president, Dana White, was asked if he might set up a rematch between the pair. And he felt that right about now, those girls probably need some recovery time. Dana White said, "Did you see those two girls? Did you see what those two girls look like after the fight? They're both in hospital right now. OMG. They did not go to the press conference. They did not talk to press. They both went straight to the hospital. They need to go home, take some time to heal up, and everything else before I even mention a fight between betwixt the two again." Asked if he'd spoken to Jędrzejczyk afterwards, White added, "I did. I talked to both of them. And I was just saying what an incredible fight. I couldn't tell them enough how incredible both of them were, and I concur. I share that view. It was one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight left one lady holding her forehead and the other one still holding the belt. Zhangweili. It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like. It's the subscribe. It's the comments. It's the shares. And it's the hitting the bell icon. And it's the tuning in to Boxing Talk with Rafi. Monday and Wednesdays at 10 p.m. UK time, where we chop things up both boxing and MMA when it occurs. So, it's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comment, it's the shares. And we are out.